Students, we were solving question from our chapter 1 real numbers. Okay, in your question booklet we have solved up to question number 39 till our last classes. Today we will start a new topic which is proof of irrationality of a number. Okay, today's topic is proof of irrationality of a number. Students, listen carefully. This is a very important topic. Mostly the question comes from this topic in your board examination. Okay, one question mostly comes from this topic and it is very easy. You have to just keep in mind the procedure. Okay, the procedure is made. We can't do anything. You will say, ma'am, why are we doing all these things? But it is the procedure that we have to keep it in mind. Okay, once you have learned the procedure of it, it would be very easy for you to solve. Okay, so try to practice questions as much as you can of this type. Okay, let's start. In your question booklet, see question number 40. Before starting this question, students, remember one thing, that whether in a rational number, we have said that rational number can be expressed in the form of P by Q. What we have said that rational number can be expressed in the form of P by Q. Here one condition is also there, that P by Q should be co-prime. Okay. P by Q should be co-prime. Remember this condition. What does it mean? Co-prime means? Co-prime means that they should not have any common factor in them. Okay, if I have written 15 upon 20, you will say, ma'am, it is a rational number and they have a common factor 5. No. Yes, they have common factor, but no, this is not a standard form of rational number. The standard form will be the lowest form. When we will divide it by 5 and we get 3 by 4, then it is the standard form of rational number when 3 and 4 are co-prime. That means they don't have any factor in common. So before solving these types of questions, you have to remember this thing, that if I have written 15 by 20, so they are having a common factor. So this is not the correct form. You have to first bring it in the lowest form, and this is the standard form of rational number. Remember this. Now see question number 40. Your question number 40 is prove that root 2 is irrational. What do you have to prove? Prove that root 2 is irrational. Students, don't write anything. Again, this is a new variety of question. First, see how we have to solve it. There is a procedure to solve these types of questions. Okay, I can't do this. You have to follow this. Okay, I can't do anything about it. You will see that the method is a little bit long, but it's very easy. So let's start. Our first step will be, we will contradict the statement. Okay, what we will write? Let us contradict. Let us contradict the statement and assume that root 2 is rational. Okay, students, what we are doing, that we are contradicting the statement. We have to prove that root 2 is irrational, but we are contradicting the statement and writing that let us assume that root 2 is rational. So if it is a rational number, what we can do? We can write it in the form of A by B or P by Q, any variable we can take. Since it is rational, we can write it in the form of A by B. Now what we will do? Squaring both sides. What we will do? Squaring both sides. Square of root 2 will be root 2 into root 2, 2. And square of A by B will be A square upon B square. Clear, students? Now we will bring B here. It will become 2B square is equal to A square. What it became? 2B square is equal to A square. Now what we will do? Now we can say that 2 divides a square. How? If we will write any number, 2 into something gives 10. That means 2 divides 10. So we have written the same thing. 2 divides a square. Now if 2 divides a square, then 2 will also divide a. 2 will also divide a. Okay, so this is our equation 1. Clear, students? Then let us assume that let a is equal to 2c. What I am writing, let a is equal to 2c. Here why I am writing 2c? Because I have to prove root 2 irrational. If here it would be root 3, then I will write let a is equal to 3c. We are introducing a new variable c here. Okay, now what we will do, we will put it here. What we will get, 2b square is equal to 2c square. We are putting this value here. In place of a, we are putting 2c. What we will get, 2b square is equal to 4c square. 2b square is equal to 4c square. Now we can take 2 here. What we will get, 2b square is equal to 2c square. Or I can write 2c square is b square. Now again I can see that 2 divides b square. 2 divides b square, as I have shown you here. 2 into anything, the number will be divisible by 2. Or I can say that 2 divides b. If 2 will divide 16, then 2 will also divide 4. 4 square is 16. Okay, now students see from equation 1 and 2, 2 divides a also and 2 divides b also. That means from equation 1 and 2, what we have seen that 2 is a common factor. 2 is a common factor of a and b. But what we have seen that in a rational number, a and b should be co-prime. There should be no common factor. So we will say therefore our assumption was wrong. Therefore our assumption was wrong and root 2 is irrational. Okay, this is your full method. Hence proved. You will say, ma'am, why are we doing all these things? You have to do it to prove root 2 irrational. Keep the procedure in mind. Again, see what we have done. If we have to prove root 2 irrational, we are contradicting the statement and written root 2 equal to a by b as a rational number. We have assumed that root 2 is rational. So we can write it in the form of a by b. Now we have squared it. It became this. Now what we are doing, we are saying that 2 divides a square. If 2 divides a square, 2 will also divide a. Now we are taking a new element, a is equal to 2c. c is our new variable. I have told you why I am using 2 here, because I have to prove root 2 irrational. In the next question, we will prove root 3 is as irrational. So we will keep here a is equal to 3c. If we have to prove root 5 as irrational, we will put a is equal to 5c. Okay, this is your main step. Then you will put the value of a in place of here. See this. Okay, so now 2b square is 2c square. Here you have squared again, squaring both sides. Okay, it became this. Now 2 came down and you got this equation. Now we can again say that 2 divides b square. So 2 divides b also. Now from equation 1 and 2, 2 divides a and 2 divides b. That means 2 is a common factor of ab. But we have seen here that the numerator and denominator should be co-prime for a number to be rational. So our assumption was wrong and root 2 is irrational. Okay students, pause the video. First look at the steps carefully. Okay, look at all the steps and then note it down in the space given in your question booklet. After question 40, see question number 41. It is proved that root 3 is irrational. Your question number 41 is proved that root 3 is irrational. Okay, I am solving this question for you. I will give you the next question as homework, in which you have to prove root 5 as irrational. Okay, for understanding the steps, keeping it in mind, we are solving it again, the same procedure. Okay, so say along with me what I will write first. Let us contradict the statement. Let us contradict the statement and assume that okay, that root 3 is rational. Root 3 is rational. Since it is rational, how we can write? We can write root 3 in the form of a by b. Now what we have done, remember the steps. Squaring both sides. Square of root 3 will be root 3 into root 3. 3 is equal to a square upon b square. Now bring b here in the next step. It will be 3b square is equal to a square. Now what we can write? 3 divides a square. Okay, 3 divides a square or 3 divides a. Equation 1. Our next step is to introduce a third variable c. What we will put here? A is equal to 3c. I have told you that if we have to prove root 3, we will put a is equal to 3c. So we will keep this value here. What we will get? We will get 3b square is equal to 3c square. We have kept the value of a here. Now again what we will see? 3b square is equal to 9c square. 3 will go down. B square is equal to 3 square or 3 square is equal to b square. Okay, now again what we will say? That 3 divides b square or 3 divides b. This will be your equation number 2. Now from equation 1 and 2, what we will write? That 3 is a common factor of a and b. That means our assumption was wrong. So our assumption was wrong. Correct students? And root 3 is irrational. Root 3 is irrational. Okay, these questions are very important. Just remember the steps. Pause the video and note it down in your copy. Now question number 42 is same. You have to prove root 5 as irrational. Honestly, do it now only. If you have seen the 40 and 41 question, the 42th question is same as this. What you have to do? You have to prove root 5 as irrational. Okay, in this year, in the session 2020, the question has come simple. Prove that root 5 is irrational. In 10th board exam 2020, the question has come. Your question number 42. Prove that root 5 is a irrational number. Okay. Okay, so 42 was your homework question. Okay, question 42. Now students, see question number 43. Prove that 3 root 5 is irrational. Okay, now the questions that we will solve, these are based on the 3 questions. Question 40, 41 and 42. Okay. So what it is written here, prove that 3 root 5 is irrational. In such types of question, what you have to do, You know how to prove root 5 as irrational? You have to prove root 5 as irrational. Okay, so you have to keep root 5 alone. What you have to keep? You have to keep root 5 on one side of the equation. Let's see, I am giving you one example. You have to prove that 3 root 5 is irrational. Your first step will be same. Let us contradict the statement. Let us contradict the statement and assume that 3 root 5 is irrational. Let us assume that 3 root 5 is irrational. Okay, sorry. Let us assume that 3 root 5 is rational. So if we have assumed it as rational, what we can write it? We can write 3 root 5 as a by b in the form of a by b. Now what we will do, I have told you that whichever root is there, you keep it one side. What you have to do, you have to keep it one side. So it will become root 5 is equal to, rest you all have to shift on the other side. A is equal to 3b. What we have done, we have shifted 3 in the denominator. So root 5 is equal to a upon 3b. Now since a and b are integers, okay, since a and b are integers, any number, two numbers, numerator upon denominator is a rational number. Since a and b are integers, therefore your RHS will be rational. Your RHS will be rational. So LHS will also be rational. But your LHS is root 5. We know that root 5 is irrational. Can you understand this, students? We are saying that a by 3b is rational. Because a upon b, any number will be rational. So it will say that LHS will also be rational. But we know that root 5 is irrational. How? You have to prove it now. Same thing. How you will say this in the same question as we have done in question 42. You have to prove root 5 as irrational. So our assumption was wrong. Therefore, our assumption was wrong. And 3 root 5 and 3 root 5 is irrational. Okay, in such types of questions, students, you have to again prove root 5 as irrational. Clear? What we have done, we have assumed it rational. We have written it in the form of a by b. Now keep root 5 on one side, rest all will be on the other side. Now since a and b are integers, it will be rational. If RHS is rational, then LHS should also be rational. But root 5 is irrational, therefore our assumption was wrong and 3 root 5 is irrational. Correct? To write this statement, you have to prove it again. By writing root 5 is equal to a by b. Okay, you have to do it. Then we will write squaring both sides. 5 is equal to a square upon b square. Now 5b square is a square. That means 5 divides a square or 5 divides a. Now what we will do, students? Now what we will do? We will write a is equal to 5c. Now squaring both sides. What will come? We have to put the value here. 5b square is equal to 25c square. That means b square is 5c square. Same procedure. It will be 5c square is 5 b square. That means 5 divides b square and 5 divides a. So 5 is a common factor. 5 is a common factor of a and b. Therefore root 5 is irrational. Okay, the same procedure you have to do it again in all the questions. Clear? The rest is all same. So students, after 43, your question number 44 is same. Now, if the question comes of only 2 or 3 marks, listen carefully students, if this question comes of only 2 or 3 marks, then you don't have to prove it, you have to just write this. That since root 5 is irrational. But if the question comes of 4 and 5 marks, then you have to prove this again. Okay, you have to prove this root 5 is irrational. So your question number 44 is same as question number 43. So this will be your homework that we will discuss in our live class. So pause the video and note it down in your copy. Okay, so question 42 and question 44 are your homework that we will discuss in our live class. Okay, the remaining questions based on this topic we will do it in the next class.